Hey everyone, it's Underground here. I'm with a very special guest,
Yes, it is I, Sonic Fan 66.
and we just saw Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Oh boy.
Um, we both love the first Wreck-It Ralph
Yeah, that's
movie.
pretty good.
Besides it being video game characters, we still think it's a good actual movie.
Yeah, I agree.
And we just saw the sequel like 20 minutes ago?
I would say maybe a half an hour.
Half hour ago.
Yeah.
So this is our quick opinion on the sequel. I'm just gonna say this right now. As a sequel as itself, it's great. I actually believe the relationship more between Ralph and Vanellope in this one. The comedy, because it's internet comedy, it's either you're gonna find it funny,
Or cringy.
cringy, or cringily funny,
Yeah.
and that's what we found it as.
Personally, when I watched it, most of the laughs I had were due to it being cringy.
Yeah, there were actually a few funny jokes. Like we're huge Sonic fans, and we won't say it, but there's a Sonic part at the end,
Yeah,
and it was a big laugh.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. That was actually one of the main reasons we saw this movie, just to see Sonic.
Yeah, well, maybe not me and Kale's main reason
No.
to watch it, but one of our friends
Yes.
was his reason to watch it.
Well, one of the main reasons, well, that was one of my also main reasons because I love Sonic, but something that a lot of people say about these movies is they just want to see the game characters.
Yeah.
For me, I'm just gonna move it more to the camera. I see it more than that. I see it as the video game characters, that's what people come to see, but the story and characters makes the movie better. So,
I agree. I came not just for the video game characters,
Yeah.
but also the plot and the story, and also just like the main characters
Yeah.
itself.
agreed. I couldn't agree more. And our friend, we won't say what his name is, even if he has appeared on this channel a few times, and I said him multiple times. I mean, I've said his name, I mean. But he actually said at the end of the movie he prefers this over the first one. I haven't seen the first one in a long time, even if I did buy the first DVD of the movie 2 days ago. But as a sequel, it's what a sequel should do: continue the story, develop the characters more. Again, I believe the relationship between Vanellope and Ralph is better in this than the first one.
I wouldn't say it continues the story. It's a whole new story, but
Yeah.
same characters, of course.
True, but it's kind of like the Star Wars trilogy, except there's no continuing, except instead of a continuing story.
It's a brand new story.
Yeah, but still a good sequel as itself. So that's something I really liked. I also thought the characters were really developed in this one.
Yeah, there's a lot more connections and all that.
Exactly, especially for Ralph and Vanellope because of the main characters. Something that a lot of people said Ralph was kind of not mean or out of character, but he kind of wanted Vanellope to do things his way.
From what I remember from the first movie, Ralph and Vanellope wasn't as close, but I feel like in the sequel they're more like close. Like they call each other like brother and sister, and like
Yeah. Well, also Vanellope says at the very end of the movie, it's
that
not
she loves him.
exactly, and that really shows the relationship they have. I mean, they actually say in the movie like what 3 times? It's been 6 years since the first movie.
Yeah, and they cry a lot in the movie. Like the characters themselves cry a lot, and they hug a lot.
Yeah, and that's something I really
close.
It's something I really like. Cause the characters are great in general, but like you really believe their relationship and like what Vanellope and Ralph go through in this movie is not only believable, but it's really, really relatable.
Yeah, one thing I will say though, since they really only focused on Ralph and Vanellope, they didn't really show any of the other characters like Fix It Felix. Well, they did, but they didn't like. The story wasn't like involved all of them. It was just about them two.
Yeah, they were more of cameos.
Yeah, side characters.
Yeah, I kind of wish they had more roles than two, but I mean, I still thought they were good, and you cannot. And the dynamic between what's Felix's wife's name again?
I don't remember, but I will agree on. I'm assuming what you're gonna say is that like their child, like raising the kids. I kind of wish they showed more of that.
Yeah,
that would have been funny to see.
Oh yeah, they try to raise the kids, but what I was gonna say was I thought the relationship was really good.
Yeah.
Like the sergeant in the first movie, she's tough in that.
Mm-hmm.
But in this one, she is still tough, but she's also softened up a bit.
Yeah.
And I actually really like that. So.
Yeah. But I kind of wish they would show more of like the other characters how they're doing while Ralph and Penelope using the internet.
I guess we should explain that. I guess we should say the plot just for the heck of it.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, Vanellope's a piece of Vanellope's game gets broken.
Well,
It's actually kind of Ralph's fault in a way.
Yeah, because Ralph makes that like that chorus for her, and
Right.
she's trying to play, and the other like the real
Right.
life people are like trying to play, when then like they're fighting her,
Right.
and then the controller breaks, and then that's basically the plot of the movie, to try to get another controller.
Yeah. I guess we should say. I guess we should say those spoilers. I guess.
Well, we'll put them in the title,
Yeah.
of course.
Right. Long story short, Ralph Vanellope's actually kind of getting bored of doing the
Yeah.
same thing over, and so Ralph makes her a new part in the racetrack, and Vanellope gets so excited it actually kind of
Takes over the control of the game, so that
the characters they drive her, but she can also drive herself.
Mhm.
And long story short, she it just stops, not stops.
it breaks.
Yeah, the
Controller
controller
breaks.
breaks because the human's trying to control
Yeah,
Vanellope,
take over control.
and they figure out, oh no, the game's gonna get turned off.
Yeah,
So they
they're
all
gonna
run
put it into
out.
service and like
Yeah,
scrap the game.
yeah, exactly. So it's up. So Vanellope and Ralph go into the internet, and basically shenanigans really ensue.
Yeah, and it's really funny. Like
Yeah.
there's one part where Bob Ross is in it, and it's pretty funny.
Yeah, right. I don't. While we're talking about the internet, I mean, maybe it's just because my eyesight's not great, but holy crap, I don't think they missed a single website.
Yeah, they had a lot of websites and a lot of fake ones based off of real ones.
I remember I've seen some reviews of the movie before it came out, but when I heard what the YouTube app was called, I couldn't stop
Yeah.
laughing.
Wait, I
Yeah,
have a question.
yeah.
What do you think is your favorite part of the movie?
That's honestly hard to say because you mean like my favorite scene or like just my favorite part of the movie in general?
Scene.
That's hard to say. I kind of want to say when they go into okay, any scene of Sonic, of course, but I'd actually have to say when they first go into what's that game called again? Death Race?
Basically a GTA 5.
Yeah, Slaughter Race.
Yeah,
That's it.
Slaughter Race or something
Yeah,
like that.
basically the more gritty of the racing part of GTA.
Yeah, and the parts with like the characters, like the gaming characters, that was really funny.
Oh my gosh, that was so
Yeah.
freaking funny.
Personally, my favorite part was probably when Rep does all those viral videos, like making the burnt pie, and that was really funny.
That it was cringy, but it was funny.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say it was that cringy. Some of them
No.
were like the Fortnite one,
Oh gosh,
That was
yeah,
really
that
bad.
exists.
but all the other ones were pretty funny.
Yeah, the references they put in this were insane. Like
Yeah.
because we're like, my name's Stitch Underground, his name's SonicFan66, and we were basically joking around saying, "Oh, we're gonna be in this movie." Of course, it never happened, but we joked around about
Yeah.
it, so that was really funny. But I'm I'm trying to think. Like this movie was great, and it's a good sequel, but the only flaw I have with this movie, to be honest, is Ralph. Like it's not like his character, but I kind of feel like he wants to help Vanellope one way, and Vanellope wants to do things another way. Because it's her game, Ralph should know. This is it's it has to do with her, so she should try and actually. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but I personally think that's okay, because even at the end of the movie, he kind of like says like,
That's
I'm
true.
so greedy, I want her all to myself, and
Yeah.
kind of becomes free, and then
True.
it's not like that anymore.
To me, true. Sorry about that. But it makes total sense because in the first movie, Ralph was all alone and stuff, and
Mhm.
because this is his first friend, it makes total sense because he doesn't want to lose her.
Yeah.
It's so relatable, and it's one thing I love about this message. Like, what's the best way to describe this message, really? Like the message.
I would kind of say the movie is almost kind of like a buddy movie.
Yeah.
I don't really know what the message would be. Maybe.
I guess the message is basically trying to say that that how do I describe it?
Like, I'm not sure. Like, keep on to your only friends.
Yeah, like we're friends, but just because we're friends doesn't mean like eventually you're gonna have to let go of them and you can't have them all to yourself. Like that's not only a really good message, but because with Ralph and Vanellope, again, they've been doing this for 6 years, so I really thought the message stuck with them, and it's really relatable. And I told you this on the way home. I cried like 3 times because I really liked the relationship.
Yeah, I
them.
thought that the relationship was pretty good. And there's a lot of sad moments where they cried and all that.
Yeah,
you could really
exactly.
see like their relationship and
Yeah.
what would happen if they were not friends.
Exactly, and again, I don't know if you found it heartbreaking. Again, spoilers. There's a scene. Ralph does something terrible.
Put the virus in the game.
Yeah, he puts the virus in the game Vanellope really likes, and it actually almost kills Penelope literally,
Mhm.
like because she's the glitch, and that's what the virus goes after.
Yeah.
And basically, when Penelope finds out what happened, she basically takes Ralph's necklace,
His medallion of the friendship.
yeah, and that she made for him in the first movie, and throw it out.
Yeah.
But like, and it gets destroyed. It kind of it break. Ralph finds it, but it gets destroyed. And uh, I know it's in the movie theater, but I literally wanted to pause the movie and just take a breath. But holy crud, that was emotional. Like
Yeah.
Disney knows how to really do great relationships and really make them emotional and enjoyable and relatable. I love
Yeah.
that
I
about
agree.
Disney. Do you have any flaws with the movie? Or just something you don't like about it?
Originally going in, I was thinking there's gonna be more older memes, which
Uh,
would be like a bad thing, like more like stale, cringy memes.
yeah.
But there wasn't really. Probably the only flaw was personally, I think they should have showed more of like the characters outside the internet, like Fix It Felix and his
Yeah.
girlfriend, and no Fortnite.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh gosh, why Disney?
Yeah, I really wish they showed more of the other characters. But
Yeah, I can
it would probably make the
understand that.
movie longer. So
Yeah, but some long movies are still really good, like the Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. I actually do agree. I would have loved to see them taking care of
yeah,
the girls from Sugar Rush.
that'd be
That
fun.
concept alone is friggin' hilarious. But yeah, it's something I really liked. Um, when was the last time you ever saw the first movie? Just curious. Or do you remember much of the first one?
I remember a lot of it. Probably maybe like I saw it a couple months. Like I saw it again a couple months after me and my friend originally saw it in movie theater. So like
Okay.
almost like 7 years, like almost didn't you say 6 years ago? Almost 6 years
Yeah,
ago.
the movie came out in 2012, so
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's almost maybe almost 5 6 years since I've seen it.
Okay. Well, the reason I ask is, what do you prefer? Like, do you prefer this one or the first?
It's kind of hard to say because I would say the first one just from the nostalgia of seeing it,
Yeah.
but I would say the second one's really good. There's nothing like really
Yeah.
wrong with it besides the thing I've said.
Would you recommend it to any fans of the first one? Because I
Yeah,
would.
I
Yeah.
would.
Yeah.
I would definitely. It's not a bad sequel.
No.
It's really good.
It's not as good as Toy Story 2, of course, but when it comes to a good sequel, it is good. Like, yeah, it reminds me of Stuart Little 2. If you enjoy the first movie, you're gonna enjoy the second movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a really good movie. Like,
Yeah.
would you recommend seeing it in theaters or would you wait for DVD?
It really depends if you're a fan of it or not.
Yeah, because if you're a fan, definitely see it in the theater.
Yeah.
Like, there was some moments in this movie was so good to see on the big
And
screen.
even if you're not a fan and you want to see a good movie, I would still see it in the theater, but if you could, I would just wait till DVD or
Right.
Blu-ray.
If you're not, yeah. But if you are a fan, I wouldn't. It wouldn't bother spending a few bucks.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It is.
A lot.
Anything else to say?
What do you think they would do if they made a third one?
To be honest, what can you do? I mean, well, actually, someone brought this up in a video. Like, okay, it's an arcade, and of course, there's a lot of people going to arcades, even if a lot of video games around now.
You know, I would think maybe in a third one, the arcade goes out of business, and they have to like maybe find a way because they'll unplug all the machines. Maybe find a way to like get to another one or something, or maybe something
Yeah.
on the internet.
Well, excuse me. Something that I actually heard in a video was an idea like Ralph and Vanellope, like something maybe happens to the arcade because of gaming consoles,
Yeah.
being so popular. So that's something I would like to see. But again, it's a gaming console. What can you really do with that?
Also, I would think they would do a new concept. They wouldn't continue with the internet idea because the first movie had their concepts, and then the second movie was completely different. So I don't think they would continue off the second movie.
No.
So it'd be a completely new concept, probably.
Yeah. The problem is though, what else can you do? I mean,
you're kind of right. It kind of leaves them with no really other idea. But yet again, after I saw the first movie, I didn't think they would make a sequel about the internet, right?
True.
So really, it's who knows what they'll make next? If they'll even make a third one.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I mean, with what they did with Toy Story, I mean, if they can make a sequel to Cars, which I love the Cars movies, I don't care what people say. If you can make a sequel to freaking Cars, I'm pretty sure you can do another Wreck-It Ralph somehow.
True, but I feel like they might just leave that too. But I don't know. I feel like they could make one more maybe.
If they do, if it just does, if it just ends up as a sequel and that's it, I'm fine.
Yeah, me too.
I'm just saying though, I can kind of see this as a TV show in a way.
Yeah, like a series or something like that.
Yeah, I can't see it running for like 5 to 6 seasons.
Yeah,
But
maybe one season or two.
I can see at least 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Also, the first movie, there was a game release for it. I can see a really good game for this.
The first game was not that good.
That's what I heard. I remember watching maybe a few minutes of it on a walkthrough. I got so bored.
Yeah, there's a Wii version, a 3DS version. I think there's a PS3 and an Xbox 360 version. I'm not sure.
I know there's a Wii and DS. I know about the DS one.
Yeah, they're not that good. I saw videos of them too.
Yeah. I actually wanted to mention this when we were in the theater, but I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But the Slaughter Race, not only could that be a race of its own, that could be an amazing ride at Disney.
You know what? It probably would be. They'll probably do that.
I hear they're taking out the Stitch's Great Escape ride and making it a Wreck-It Ralph ride. I don't know how they're gonna do that, but if they do that, like either with Slaughter Race or like the little things that Ralph and Vanellope were sitting in trying to get to the internet,
Yeah.
like little ball things, that could just be a cool thing on its own. I'm surprised there hasn't been a Wreck-It Ralph ride yet, but at the same time,
But what could they really make though?
yeah, it's more. I would kind of. Well, you know some rides where you kind of shoot things, like the ride continues when you shoot.
Maybe they'll like recreate one of like the games in the movie.
Yeah,
like a shooter one maybe.
Yeah, like either that. I was thinking, you go through different games, but like somehow maybe the bugs have come back from the first game. I mean, like from the first movie, and they're just destroying stuff. In Ralph and Vanellope, they take you on an adventure and you have to destroy stuff and you go through different games. That's just an idea I have.
Yeah, that's a nice idea. I kind of like that one.
But overall, I mean, it's not only a good movie on itself, but it's a good sequel. And if you're a fan of the first movie, I cannot see people not liking this.
Yeah, I feel like the first movie, definitely like the sequel. Maybe if you didn't like the first movie, you'll like the sequel.
Yeah, it is possible. So I'm pretty sure there were a lot of people that didn't like the first Star Wars and then they saw Empire Strikes Back. But yeah, anything else to say really?
Well, we finished off with what would you rate the movie?
That's what I was gonna actually say. I want to say it's an 8, but I kind of want to say a 7. But to be honest, as a sequel, it's really good. The characters are great. If I only have one flaw with this movie, that's an accomplishment. So I give this movie an 8 out of 10.
I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. Maybe 7.5.
Yeah.
Good movie.
7.5 sounds good. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. 7.5. So if you like the first movie, you're probably going to like this one. If you didn't like the first movie, maybe give this one a watch.
Yeah. It's completely different from the first movie.
Definitely. Also, gonna say this quickly. I know you guys didn't, but the Disney princess scenes I loved. I'm sorry, I liked those.
It was kind of cringy. Like, it wasn't like overly cringy, but it was kind of.
It was at least a cool and kind of funny idea.
It was an original idea.
And the fact they got all the voice actors from the princesses, that's pretty cool. You have to admit.
I have to say that's pretty cool.
But yeah, overall, this was a good movie, and I don't know about you, but I'm definitely gonna buy it when it comes out on DVD and Blu-ray.
I'll probably buy it too. You know, just to finish the collection of the first one.
Just because, yeah. And yeah, overall, we enjoyed this, and well, I'm pretty sure we'll see it in the future.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. With that said, everyone, I'm Sir Underground.
I'm Sonic966.
And we'll see you all next time.
Oh, yeah.
Take care.